Let's go, baby. We're about to start a new game today. Hello, subscribers and future subscribers. Listen to this shit! Like the original Sony PlayStation intro. Oh man, the sound gives me chills every time. When was the last time you heard that? Like, people still play PlayStation games, but they usually play it off their old PS2, you know what I mean? And not like the actual original PlayStation console. But yes, we are about to start another Squaresoft RPG, and this time, it's Final Fantasy Tactics, which, in my opinion, is, at worst, the 6th best game of all time. A warrior takes a sword into his sword, engraving vanishing memories onto the sword. He places finely honed skills into the sword. Final Fantasy Tic Tac, says Megaharv. What's going on, my friend? I'm just reading this shit about a sword. Now the sword can be told. Okay, so I love this game. First of all, because the replay value is insane. Like, you will never ever play the game the same way twice. The Zodiac Sword story. And every character can be customized so differently, which, you know, again, contributes to the replay value. The plot to this game is probably the best plot that I've ever seen in any game, hands down. And it's a little bit complicated, so before we get into it, I think it's pretty necessary to see, like, there's an upcoming little bit of story that happens if you just, like, let the game play for a second, if you just let the intro roll on. Yeah, and I think that's coming right here. The Kingdom of Ivalice, that's like the whole world, by the way, forever guarded by the twin-headed lions and by the sun that shines upon them. A year after the defeat of the 50-Year War. The king had died from a terminal illness earlier, and the prince who succeeded him was only 2 years old. This meant his guardian would actually reign in his stead as king. He was a guardian and a babysitter. The queen's elder brother Larg was designated as guardian, but look at that dumb-ass bowl cut on that dude. Fearing an oppressive reign from the queen, the parliament ousted the potential prince. That is such a tongue twister. Appointing instead the king's cousin, Prince Goltana, as the guardian. So many P's and G's in those two sentences. They're trying to trip me up here. Prince Goltana and Prince Larg are both respected generals who proved themselves in the 50-Year War. Prince Goltana had the support of the powerful nobles, but disenfranchised nobles and knights clearly supported Prince Larg. Oh, he has the power of the real people on his side, I see. The black lion symbolizes Prince Goltana, and the white lion symbolizes Prince Larg. This is the beginning of what will later be known as the Lion War. Oh, setting up that plot. It's so juicy. Oh, I love this game so much. There's so much backstabbing and everybody dies. Spoilers. Not everybody, but, you know. There's, like, so many shocking twists and turns in this plot that I love. I don't know how else to, properly introduce this game, so why don't we just get started with a new game? I'm excited. I know you're excited too, Megaharv. Thanks for showing up. I am Aleslam. Oh, it is hard to read this text. A scholar of ancient Ivalice history. I apologize for my stream setup. It's a little bit grainy. So parts like this, I suppose. Oh, do I have to? Yeah, I have to hit a button. Is it hard for you to see this text? Have you heard of the Lion War? Yeah, I just read about it, as a matter of fact. Pretty sure punctuation goes inside the quotation marks. No, question marks are the exception. May as well gush. What's up, guys? What's going on, Squall? I see you. It divided Ivalice in two over who would be the successor to the throne after World War II. The world was split into two. 1 and 2. It ended with the appearance of a young hero named Dahlia. Dahlia? I don't know how to pronounce the name, so just imagine that I'm doing everything 100% perfectly. Everybody living here knows this hero's tale. Everybody knows about Dahlia. Or is it Dahlia? No one knows how to pronounce his name. But we also know that what we see with our eyes alone isn't necessarily the truth. Ooh, juicy already. I love it. I can read it, but it's not clear. I actually have an easier time reading it from my from my YouTube monitor than my actual game display monitor. Here's a young man. Look at this strapping lad, excuse me. He is the youngest son of the noble Beulve, pillars of knighthood. I also don't know how to pronounce his last name. Beulve, perhaps, something weird like that. Weird? No, French. That's not weird, it's just kind of French. There's no record of his playing an active part in history, but according to the Durov report, released last year, concealed for many years by church, this unknown man is the true hero. The church claims he was a blasphemer, and anarchist, the root of all evil, and he also had a bowl cut. What is up with people having terrible haircuts in this game? But look at that juicy butt. But is this the truth? Maybe, I don't know. We're about to find out. That's the whole point of the game. Won't you join me on a journey for the truth? Alright, sure. Think of character names for me, and they better be good, or else I'll be like, forget it, I'm coming up with one on my own. Before that, please tell me your name and birthday. Why are those in single quotes? Oh boy, what are we gonna name this guy? Clavicle. Is that a musical instrument, or are you talking about the clavicle, like your neck bone or whatever? How do I del? BS. You know what? I'm gonna name this guy after one of my favorite video game characters of all time, who made his video game debut in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I'm gonna name him King Hippo. Trivia, King Hippo is also the name of my wiffle bat. It's a legendary, unique equipment. You wouldn't understand. Alright, I'm gonna go with King Hippo, sure. It's weird that this scrub character from, like, you know, he's a noble, but he's, like, kind of a nobody. He's gonna have the word king in his name, so it's gonna be a little confusing to anyone in the game. To any of the characters in the game, they're gonna be like, wait, are you a real king? Also, are you a real hippo? Alright, let's get started. Enter your birthday, obviously. 6/9. Let's go, baby. I am so glad you just said Charles Barkley, because I was thinking that in my head, and I'm like, will that fit? I don't know, but Tim Duncan probably will. Square presents Mega Harv. I was seriously thinking of Charles Barkley. Also, this introduction with these graphics, like, you don't really see too many cutscenes that look like this for the remainder of the game. The Zodiac Brave story. The Atlanta Brave story. I seriously was thinking about Charles Barkley, Mega Harv. If it fits, we put it. Final Fantasy Tic Tacs. How do you feel about the other Ivalice games, aka FF12 and Vagrant Story? I love Vagrant Story, and I've never played FF12. As a matter of fact, I did not know that that was part of the Ivalice story. So I'm glad you brought that up. But yeah, I'll definitely get to Vagrant Story at some point after this. I'm glad you said that. Yo, look at these scary ruins. And there's a man riding on a cautious bird. It could be a woman. I actually can't really tell from here. In fact, you can't even tell close up sometimes, because the characters' features are all very similar. Move out, knights! I do think the female characters tend to have long hair that, like, flows out of their helmets. If they have helmets. Oh shit, look at these birds going through the tall grass like it's Jurassic Park or something. I don't have much to say at this beginning part. But if you were to play this game for the first time ever, there's a lot to learn, like, pretty much right up front about how the game works. There are so many mechanics in this game that I'm probably going to gloss over without really explaining, because I've played this game so many times that it's kind of just second nature to me at this point. And I will do actions and abilities and things without really thinking about them that you wouldn't know to do if you had never played this game before. So I apologize in advance for just being like, oh yeah, you obviously want to do this move and do this shit. When it's probably not all that obvious to someone who's never played this game before. But other than that, I think this game is amazing. I love this game. There are only a few things that I would change about it at all. And one of them will come up very shortly, and it is super obvious. And you'll say to yourself, okay, yeah, obviously if I were a developer, I would have changed that right off the bat. But it's not even a big deal, it's just some super obvious annoying thing. I really liked FF12, says Megaharv, even though a lot of the secrets are impossible to find without a guide. Ooh. Orban Monastery. This is where we're about to start the game. And by the way, I guess that group of knights riding on chocobos to Orban Monastery, that's like part of the plot and stuff. Alright, buckle up. Buckle up for this shit right now. God, please help us sinful children of Ivalice. That text is not slowed down for effect. It does that throughout the entire fucking game. As a matter of fact, when it does slow down for effect, you'll really know it. Princess Ovelia, let's go. That's her voice. Just a moment, Agrius. The guards have already arrived. Princess, don't give Agrius trouble. Please hurry. That's a priest. A nameless priest. Oh, look. Our hero. Not this guy, the Black Knight. What's going on? It's been nearly an hour. That's how long church takes, man. Don't be rude to the princess, Gafgarion. And I love, at the beginning of every game and movie, people just say each other's names all the time so that you learn them. Is this going to be alright, Agrius? This is an urgent issue for us, Agrius. By the way, player, this person's name is Agrius, in case you didn't know. So, there are rude knaves even among the Hokuten. I'm being more than kind to the guard captains here. Besides, we're mercenaries hired by the Hokuten. I'm not obliged to show respect to you. By the way, the Hokuten is this ragtag gang of mercenaries and knights. What? How dare you? What do you mean? Enough, let's go. Megaharv, you played this game. You know how it goes. You know that the text will go from slow to fucking slower. You remember that, right? Enough, let's go. Hello, Madam Scarlet. Yes, I'm playing this game because you guys were talking about it on your stream last night. Go with God. You too, Simon. My name is Priest. Don't call me that. Oh, I got a cramp. Lady Agrius, the enemy. She's been shot. No, they don't have guns, do they? Spoilers, they do. Prince Goltana's men? How does he know what one must do to make money? Ah, being a mercenary is so difficult. I know I signed up to fight, you know, battles like a soldier for money, but now I have to fight battles like a soldier. What? King Hippo, you have a problem too? I'm no longer a knight, just a mercenary like you. That's right. Well then, let's go. I don't know what voices they should all have, and you've probably all noticed that none of these people have noses. I didn't point that out because I'm so used to playing this game, but it's kind of something that you notice when you play it for the first time, like how do they breathe if their mouths are closed? Oh god. So, here's the introductory battle. That sort of teaches you how to play the game, and it makes it easy on you. I don't know if there's a way... Can you lose this battle? I think you can lose this. But it's super hard because you only get to control one of your characters in this battle. So, like, there's no real way you can fuck up. Like, that is the AI takes over your other allies. The crest of the Black Lion? What's wrong with Prince Goltana? He's such an idiot. Does he want to start a war? Knave, there's no point in resisting. Just give us the princess, or that beautiful face of yours will be scarred forever. I ain't scarred of you. Oh shit, there's two more. Retreat! Fool, only idiots attack head on. It's funny you say that. Leave this to us. We can't make money that way. Rad, King Hippo, follow me. I guess one of my allies' names is Rad. In fact, I think you always get to recruit Rad at the end of this sequence. Ready. Okay, so this is the first battle in Final Fantasy Tactics, and as you can see, it's a tactics game. As a matter of fact, tactics games are called tactics games because of this game. I'm like pretty sure. Or, you know what, maybe I'm fucking wrong about that. That could just be something I made up in my head. Kill them all, don't leave any survivors. Damn, okay. Nonsense, there's no need to kill them. That's just what Goltana wants us to do, just let them go. Oh yeah, you know what, you're probably right. He wants to make it look like, oh, we slaughtered his men who just came to talk. That's impossible. Okay, so, if you couldn't tell, which, you know, if you haven't played this game, you wouldn't, but Gafgarion and Agrius, since they are unique characters, they look completely different. Oh, also King Hippo. They look completely different than, like, the normal scrubs. So, let me just show you. The male squire always looks like this character, like Rad. The female knight always looks exactly like Lavian, unless you make a unique character into these classes. See how these two female knights are like basically identical? And then you have 3 archers that are all identical. This is a male knight, and this is a male chemist. So non-named characters always look the same if they're the same class. And that's how you can tell the important characters from the non-important characters. I don't know if I needed to explain that. But hey, look at this. So, what I'm gonna do first is change the camera angle so I can see the layout of the land a little bit better. I can use the R2 button to change my perspective slightly. I can use L1 to zoom in and out, or that is L2. And I can use L and R1 to rotate the camera. So right now it's King Hippo's turn. I'm gonna see what he has for actions. Oh, he has attack and guts. And he's got a couple abilities. Guts is King Hippo's like unique set of abilities. No one else in the game gets guts. So with guts he can accumulate, dash, and wish. If you hit select on an ability, it'll tell you what it does. Charge up one's power to raise physical attack power. It doesn't really matter what I do with him in this battle. But I am going to, I'm gonna accumulate, as a matter of fact, to gain physical power. And then I'm gonna move him somewhere. I'm gonna put him, like, here where he's kind of protected on the side from this terrain. Do you want to move here? Yes, I will move here. And I'll have him face the enemy so that he can guard against attacks a little better. Get a haircut, hippie. Are you talking to me? Because, yeah, my GF tells me the same thing. I want to say Tactics Ogre came out first. Oh, that could be true as well. Life is short. Berry. Steady sword. Also, sometimes the characters just, like, say certain quotes when they do a specific attack or when they do, like a special ability. So Agrius and Gafgarion have magic sword abilities, and that's what you just saw. Agrius is like, oh, I'm gonna make this sword appear from the ground, and it's gonna poke you real hard. So she has a ranged attack. That guy had 69 experience. She has a ranged attack that she can use with her sword, and Gafgarion does too, that you'll see in a moment. Oh, thanks for protecting me, Lady Knight. I would have gotten dashed. King Hippo would have gotten dashed right there. Also, is that Archer's name Dash? Is that what I just saw? I think a lot of the random characters have their names just generated, like Fuchs? Generalated? Generally generated. That's what I meant to say. Get him, Rad. Oh, okay, or do nothing. So the Archer there, who is my enemy, just hit my Knight friend with charge +1. Which is basically a regular attack, except he charged it a little, so it did like 3 more damage. The Archer class learns the charge ability. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here. What I should explain is that every time you do an action, and it is successful, like watch here. Gafgarion just hit this dude for 49 damage, so he got 7 experience and 12 JP, which stands for job points. Every class in this game earns job points that go towards learning abilities and skills. So that knight just earned 14 job points, which later, when you get out of battle and you get into the menus and shit, you can spend job points on new abilities. For example, I can get new guts abilities with King Hippo if I get more job points. And the archer, for example, can learn the charge abilities with job points. And, by the way, if you're ever confused as to who's, like, on your team and who's not, it'll tell you if someone is an enemy in the lower left corner. See, that guy has enemy above his portrait. That's how I know I'm killing the right guy. We're doing it! You like Fuchs, too? I think that's a great name. I hope King Hippo doesn't get knocked down. Yeah, they have to hit him in the belly. I shouldn't have revealed that. Anyway, yeah, Agrius is a holy knight, and so when she earns job points, she can learn new, crazy sword abilities. He's gonna break my head. Lazales there tried to use an ability that broke my helmet. Oh, there's so much to explain in this game. So yeah, the knight classes get abilities that allow you to, like, for example, break helmets, armors, weapons, or stats, like you can agility break to, like, lower their speed and stuff like that. I'll show you all that later. But for right now, my AI is just kicking ass. There's only 2 enemies left. Get him, Rad. Go right up and stab that guy. Alright, Rad finally moved in for the kill and did 18 damage to that knight. I think I'm gonna have King Hippo take out this archer here. I accumulated the first round, so my attack is better than normal. Yo, I'm gonna hit this guy for 49? Jeez, this is a big hit considering his max HP is like 51. Or something. And then Agrius is gonna keep using Stasis Sword. There's already an error here, by the way. The name of this ability that she's using is called Stasis Sword. But when she shouts out the name of her attack, she calls it Steady Sword. And she crit. She crit. I don't know if you heard that, like, wha-ching kind of sound effect, but that's what that means. That means critical hit. So I did more damage than usual. Alright, bring it on, Lazales. No, he broke my mithril helmet. I don't know if that will affect anything. Because after this battle, the game starts in a flashback. I'll show you later. I'll show you when it gets there. Also, yes, Gafgarion's Night Sword ability absorbs HP. It's got 100% lifesteal on that? That's crazy. That's a crazy ratio. Okay, and Lavian, like, maybe could have... I guess she just moved to a random spot because she couldn't quite get to, the last enemy. I'm talking about this lady here. She probably couldn't move to this spot because it was too far away for her. So instead, she got a little closer. Yeah, she couldn't attack that guy that turn, is what I'm trying to say. Let's go into the status screen real quick and let me show you some shit. Yo, Brave 45? Is this for real? Okay, so the status screen shows you a whole bunch of stuff here. For example, my name, my job class, my astrological symbol. Can I hit? Yeah, here it is. A sign called Gemini, sign compatibility. Oh god, and yeah, every character has an astrology sign that makes them either compatible or incompatible with other characters in the game. Your Brave level shows courage of unit. Numerically, the higher the numbers, the more courage. In other words, the higher your Brave, the better your physical attacks and physical defense are. Faith is the same thing for magic. Also, here are your move and speed stats. Like, for example, I can move 5 squares with a jump of 3. Total revised points for jumping ability. Jobs, items, and ability shows horizontal jump width. Height, I think they mean. Climbing and descending ability on steps and climbing ability on slopes. Okay, I didn't realize it affected so much. Anyway, look, there's a whole lot to learn about this game, but I'm just gonna slash this dude with a sword here. And he's down to like 2 HP. So let's wait it out. Get him, Agrius. Stasis Sword. I don't think her Holy Sword abilities, like Stasis Sword, can hit allies, but I could be wrong about that. I don't think you can friendly fire with those. Princess Ophelia? She's in trouble. Let go of me. That's what she sounds like. 24 minutes in already. Is this the PSX version? Yes, it is. Damn! Uh-oh. What is happening here? Come here, be quiet. Who is this knight? Also, only a fool would attack head-on. Why should I listen to you? What an annoying princess. Bop! Oh, it's just like Double Dragon. You know, the intro to Double Dragon, where those thugs punch Marion and then steal her. Wait! Tough, don't blame us. Blame yourself or God. What a fucking badass. And then he just jumps into the ocean with chocobos. And that's where they explain that, by the way, chocobos can swim. Oh, God. Or this water is very shallow, one or the other. Delita? What? You're alive, Delita? But why are you in Gultana's troops? Why? There's about to be a whole lot more plot right here. Knock, knock. It's Knuckles. What's going on, that Knuckles fan? Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for joining, everybody. And Squall, and that Knuckles fan, and KJY, and Mega Harv, and Madame Scarlet. Delita's name appears for the first time a year before the Lion War. That sort of rhymed. Broke out. That didn't rhyme. See what I was talking about with the slow-ass text? This game is amazing, but what is wrong with this part? Who thought this was a good idea? Many soldiers who returned from the war had no jobs. Little money. And this is the... I don't understand why the text gets super slow there. And even less loyalty to the crown. Probably because the crown took all their jobs and money. Many became thieves and rebels. Plotting rebellion. That's what literally what rebels do. Against the royal family. Oh, okay, it didn't finish the sentence. Specifically where they were plotting their rebellion against. At that time, robbery and murder were common. Slow text. I know that Knuckles fan. Tell me about it. Place in Ivalis. Ivalis, many heroes and wizards came out of there. Came out of their shells. Just came out of there. And Garland was no exception either. What is Garland? Who's Garland? I think the programmers were complaining that they were underpaid. Little money. By the way, they received little money, which is something, you know, we can relate to. Military Academy's Auditorium. Ooh, are we about to see a play? That's what you do in an auditorium. Cadet, I heard another wagon bound for Egros was attacked. Must have been the Death Corps. That's a great name for a corps. Hey, we have a gang. Let's give it an intimidating name. Death Corps. No one's got any better ideas. Something's starting. Know anything, Delita? Hell yeah. Electrolytes. No, but I can guess. By the way, it's Delita. Yeah, whatever. What do you mean? Prince Larg's coming to town. Oh boy. Prince Larg? Why? Not only Larg, but Marquis Elmdor of Limberry, too. You're gonna need to know a lot of fucking names, by the way. Names that you don't get to put to faces until much later. So if it gets confusing, that's part of the... It's just part of the Final Fantasy Tactics experience. That's news. It's not an official visit, is it? I know that I always play these games where I'm like, holy shit, I love this game so much. I put it in like the top 5 greatest games ever created. And then I start playing the game and I'll be like, oh, I'm pointing out like 100 problems already, aren't I? So yeah, there are so many characters that you need to just know and remember that the game kind of gives you like a booklet later of like all the names you've learned. And there's like a history of There's like basically a plot history that you can go through, which is nice, but it's also a lot of reading. It's not an official visit, is it? There are danger zones everywhere in Ivalice, and we'll take the highway to them. King Hippo? That fat ass from Pooch Out? Yes, that one, from Punch Out. One of my favorite characters, the Hokuton Knights, are in full operation, but suffering from a shortage of men. And women. We ain't sexist. So, they need us cadets. Everyone fall in! Fall In Boy, my favorite band. Rumors that the bars in this game are more complicated than the plots to most games. Oh, yes, true. That's a good point. Eventually, you can take your characters to the bar, and, like, you can talk to the bartender about, like, plot rumors that will, like, help you understand what's going on in the game, and you can also send them on, like, one-off jobs to have them earn gold and job points. You have a mission! As you know, barbarians are rapidly increasing here in Galleon. As are necromancers and, sorceresses. The traitorous Death Corps detest the royal family. We cannot overlook them. We will begin exterminating these traitors. That's another thing I'd change about this game. There's a lot of typos. There's a lot of spelling errors. By order of our master, Larg's knights stationed at Egros Castle and many other groups will participate. Your duty is to support the flank. Specifically, you'll go to Egros and help guard it. By the way, I just want to apologize one more time for the graininess and the fuzziness of the graphics. Makes it a little bit difficult to read, but, you know, you can probably read it better than I can, because my eyes are bad. Cadets, ready your swords! The thing I was just talking about is happening like right now. A gang of tortured thieves is trying to sneak into this town. How do you know they've been tortured? We'll begin preparations. Now to keep them out of town, come with me. Well, we just, you know, like, house them and give them jobs, or recruit them even if we're low on men. This is the front line of operations. That's all. Prepare immediately. Hell yeah! Would you like to save? Yes, I would. I'll save in slot 1. I freed up some space so that I could save this game. And here are my old files, Krang, QB Chiefs, and Send Nudes. Oh, also Superfly, the archer, who is level 81. I think this file was like my original file. Like the first time I played Final Fantasy Tactics all the way through, I was Superfly. Alright. Let's save the game here. Uh-oh, did my stream freeze? Are we all still here, by the way? I saw that my stream, like, skipped for a minute, so I stopped. I never noticed that typo. KGY, how many times have you played this game? He was the one who tortured them? Maybe that's how he knows. That's like, pretty good. That's a pretty good guess, I mean. 99 hours to get to level 81. I think at some point it stops counting the hours and it gets stuck at 99, and then it just loops through the minutes. So this is probably something like 200 hours, 21 minutes, and 15 seconds. Yes, it froze. Oh no! Okay, well, we back, I think. The stream was out for a few seconds. Alright, thanks for the update. I saved my game. Shit, I should have saved it 3 times to be sure. Okay. Now, the first time I played this game, I had no fucking clue what was happening here. So what you can do is, like, this is where you deploy your units. Some part of the map is going to have a formation where the land is laid out like this. And these are where you can put your units. Now, the first few times I played this game, I was like, oh, so you can just, like, pick the square that your hero starts on? And I didn't realize that by hitting L and R, you can scroll through other units and place them somewhere. Like, I'm gonna put Fox up here, and Santos, the chemist, can go back here, and Venus, the squire, can go here. And I have one remaining capacity to place one more unit, so let's go with Margot. Let's go with Margot. No, let's go with one more chemist. Why not? It doesn't matter. because after this battle, I'm gonna get rid of all of the units that the game generates for you and puts in your team. Because you don't get to name them. So I'm gonna recruit some other soldiers and give them cool names like Charles Barkley. 200 hours, what were you doing all that time? Oh, I loved this game so much that I just like did random battles. I just did so many random battles. And I just wanted to play it a lot. By the way, that was back in like, you know, 1999, so what's this? Just a bunch of kids? What luck? Hey, we all look the same age in this game. Okay, all we have to do is kill these kids, then we can escape. I love killing kids, you know about me. I'm basically like a villain in a horror slasher movie. Don't you worry, we'll kill every one of you. Killing kids, that's my job. That's what I love to do best. So yeah, the first time I played this game, I didn't realize that you could like add additional units to your party. So all I had was King Hippo and Dahlia in this battle, and I got whooped. I got deleted, that is. Because I didn't know how to play the game. But yeah, the game also automatically puts Dahlia in your party for this because he's significant to the plot here. So they throw him in. They throw him in, you don't have a choice. And you can't control him. A lot of the times you'll get into battles where there are, as I explained, characters that need to be there for part of the plot. So the game forces them into the battle, and they are guest characters that you cannot control, and they move on their own. But in most cases, those guest characters cannot actually die. They can get knocked out, but they don't die like normal characters do. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a sec. But first, let's see. Oh, this guy knows how to throw stones? You bet. I'm gonna hop right up on this ledge, and I'm gonna throw a rock at this guy right here. That's right, take 8 damage. Okay, it only did 4. That's fine. It's fine. I didn't hit him for the predicted amount of damage, but also throw stone and other abilities just do, they have a high variance. They have a high variance on their damage. King Hippo, watch out. Don't rush them. They'll kill you. They love killing kids. Don't patronize me, Dahlia. I'm also a bulv. I'm also a bulv. Bulv? The Bulv family? I don't know how to pronounce that. Beulv, maybe? Let's go with that. So you must be cadets from the military academy. Snot-nosed little nobles. Yeah, this bratty rich kid. Silence! Surrender or die in obscurity. What can a bunch of kids like you do? We can throw rocks, first of all. Bunch of spoiled punks like you'll never beat us. Spoiled punks like you'll never beat us. I've never seen that word used in that way. Also, I love that suddenly my brave and faith are both 70. That's neat. My stats changed. Okay, so let me just give you a breakdown of what you can do. So the way it works, the way that this game determines whose turn is next, is that the game checks for whoever got their count gauge to 100 first. So you see under King Hippo's portrait, it says HP MP CT, and there's a bar there that says 100 out of 100. That means it's his turn to go. As a matter of fact, a lot of these people are at 100. So all of their turns have basically come up. So I don't really understand like what particular order these characters will go, but their count gauge all got to 100 at about the same time, so the game has some system for determining, okay, one of you is next. I'll have King Hippo just like jump up onto the roof here. And Wish? What does Wish do? I think that heals people at the cost of your own HP. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'll have him wait on this roof. And Venus the Squire will run up and attack the leader of their group, who is not actually a thief, but a squire. Okay, so I want to show you here, when I select the attack option, it'll show next to Venus's portrait, -9 HP, 100%. That means there's a 100% chance that I will do 9 HP of damage to this guy. Unless I critical hit, I will do more. But I have a 100% chance to hit that dude, so I did. And then I'm gonna have her face this way, so that no one can get, like, behind her, you know? Alright, and I'm gonna have Santo, my chemist, Just walk right up here. I guess he'll support this group. And I'll have him use an item. I can throw a potion with a chemist to heal Dahlia, for example. Dahlia? Phew! I just threw a potion at him and it shattered right all over him. But, you know, the potion juices got on him and healed him for 30 HP. And I got experience and job points from that. Now I'll have Helen, I guess, just offer some backup to this group. And I'll have her wait. She can't really do shit right now from this position. So I'll have her wait. And after your turn, your count gauge resets. If you move and act, I think your count gauge goes back down to 0. If you only do one of those, it goes back down to 20, so that your turn will come up faster next time. If you just wait, I think it resets your count gauge to like 60 or something, so that your turn might come up sooner, like way sooner. I could be wrong about all these mechanics, because I haven't looked them up in a while, but you know, I play this game a lot, so I'm sorta sure. I always pronounced it Bjulv, or Bjulve myself. That's probably wrong too. No, Bjulv sounds correct to me, maybe. I'm pretty sure it counts to 100 by that character's speed stat to determine the turn order, then the remainder is added to the next turn. True, okay, yes, and your speed stat affects how quickly your count gauge increases. So, I think I'm gonna have King Hippo go fight this guy over here. Because I don't really need to strategize that hard this battle. It's not that difficult. I just want to kill things faster. I'm gonna have Helen move over here. Is anyone damaged? Probably just Dahlia. Alright, I'm gonna have her move here. And then do nothing. Gel hard. He should gel harder if he wants to beat us. You know what I mean? Made a joke about his name. What's up, Goldberry, aka Ninja Ninja? Oh, what's going on, Ninja Ninja, aka Goldberry? Double accounts again? Yes, thank you for watching me ×2. Alright. Oh, shit. Okay, so this was a huge mistake putting this chemist here. Because now my character can't really get around and attack this squire. I think if I have him stand here, he is up too high and cannot attack. Yeah, see, this character is not within firing range because her height is so much lower than the top of this roof. That's okay, I can still throw a rock. I'm gonna hit her with a stone. Oh, it's gonna do 10 damage? 5, alright. She got wrecked. So yeah, like I was explaining before about the attacks doing... Do you remember when Venus was like, okay, there's a 100% chance this will do 9 damage? Attacks generally do not have a very high variance on them. So if I'm attacking with a sword or a dagger or something, I'm pretty much always going to do 9 damage to that guy. On the other hand, if I were to attack with something like dash or throw stone, those attacks have a pretty high variance. So you saw when I threw a stone, it was like, oh, you'll probably do 10 damage. But instead I did 5. I think I could have done up to 20 in that case, but I'm not particularly sure about that. But yeah, throw stone has a high variance. That's what I'm trying to say. Come get it, Hamilton. Psh, 15. Alright, sure. Hamilton got a job level up. Oh, good for him. Okay, so... Can this character do anything? I mean, I guess I'll attack whoever this character is. I need to know her name. Kiyomi? Sure. I'm gonna hit Kiyomi with a knife. Yo, 12 damage? She's doing more than my squire is doing. And I got a job level up and an actual level up, I think is what it just said. Did it give me both there, or was it just a level up? Get him! Okay, Dahlia just deleted that guy. I just totally killed him. You may not know Goldberry is my old account. I just like to like twice since I can. Yo, thanks. Thanks for double engagement. I really appreciate that. Excuse me. By the way, I'm still getting over this illness. Like, I feel a lot better, but I'm still phlegmy and gross, you know what I mean? Specify the direction of the directional button. Okay, and yeah, every time your turn ends, you get to face your character in a certain direction, which gives you, you know, which ultimately results in better defense from certain directions. Like, look, I'm gonna attack this guy. I know my HP is sort of low, like this guy might get messed up, my chemist here, but I'm gonna opt to attack this dude instead, because even if that chemist that I was just using gets KO'd, he won't die before the battle ends. And, oh yeah, and I should totally explain that. So see this guy over here, how he's dead, and there's a number 2 above him? So anytime your HP drops to 0, your character faints. And you have 3 rounds or turns to revive him before that character becomes permanently dead. So this number above this enemy, this 2, means that there are 2, I guess, rounds that the enemy has before that they can revive him before he dies permanently. And if he does die permanently, he'll either drop a treasure chest or a crystal. The treasure chest will have either a weapon or an armor or an equipment or an item inside it. Or, but if they drop a crystal, any character can walk on top of that crystal to either restore their HP MP or inherit abilities from that dead character, which is very useful. So yeah, if that guy's crystal, if that guy drops a crystal, I can basically absorb his abilities, and learn shit that would otherwise cost me JP. Alright, I'm gonna whack this dude for 12, and he's pretty much dead here. He's probably gonna hit me and run next turn. But I'm gonna have my chemist move this way and give an item to this dude. I don't even know his name. I didn't even bother to learn his name. But he's got lower HP, so I'm gonna heal him here. Hamilton? Oh, he knows he's dead. So he's just gonna try to chop me one last time before I get him. I didn't sleep, so I'm so overtired. Oh, I understand that. Yeah, yesterday I was so tired that I slept till 4 fucking PM. And then went to bed again at like 1 and I woke up at 11. What system is this game on? Oh, I'm playing it straight off the PlayStation. As a matter of fact, I'm playing it on my PSOne, like the little mini PlayStation. The portable one. Yo, he just crit me! Zach, what the hell? For 12 damage. That's alright. I'm gonna fuck him up. Unless he dodges. Yeah, he had a 5% chance to dodge there, so there's a chance I could have died. Alright, I'll just have King Hippo, like, hang out with 2 HP here. And then, okay, it kind of sucks that my Squire can't really do anything this turn. This guy's in the water, and I can't quite move next to him here. So I'm just gonna go approach this chemist over here. Can she throw a stone? No, she has dash, but not throw a stone. Alright, this guy's dead here. Get him, Fox! Hiya! Mission complete. Wait, can he throw a stone from here? I don't think he can hit anyone. Yeah, he can't do shit. So yeah, I should explain that when I select a ranged ability, the game will show that person's attack range in red. So like, theoretically I could hit King Hippo with this stone, but since this house is in the way, I have a 0% chance to hit him. But yeah, this is my range for throwing a stone. And at this point, I'm just gonna have all my characters wait, unless they can hit David the Chemist. Uh-oh. He just punched me for 3 damage and leveled up! Alright, David the Chemist. I probably should have had some of my characters move closer, at least. Yeah, I'll have this guy move up. But at this point, there's only one character left for me to kill. And he's like pretty much... Oh yeah, he died. Wow, Dahlia hit him real hard. Dahlia. Why do you continue committing acts like robbery? They don't. We killed them all. You wouldn't have died this way if you'd led an honest life. Oh, my sweet, naive King Hippo. He doesn't understand what it's like to struggle because he's never been poor in his life. Congratulations! You slaughtered a whole bunch of people who were just trying to make ends meet. They're basically Aladdin. Oh, I love that it's like, hey, by the way, you got 500 gil for that battle. Also, among your trophies were 2,000 gil. And a knife or something. Phoenix down? I might download a ROM. Hell yeah, this, honestly, That Nuggles fan, this game is like maybe my favorite game of all time. It's definitely top 5. When you move, place the cursor on a map symbol you want to go to and press the circle button. When you are in castles, towns, etc., put the cursor on a map symbol and press the circle button. The command shop will appear for buying items. If you don't understand, press the select button for a help message. When organizing units, saving data, etc., press the triangle button. The main command will appear. The main menu, I think is what you meant. Tutorials and the main command. Oh my gosh, so much stuff to learn. Okay, but first things first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the city and I'm gonna recruit 3 soldiers. No, actually, even before that, I'm gonna get rid of all of these characters because I don't like them. So I'm gonna unequip them all. And then I'm gonna kick them out of my team. I don't even think I need to unequip them. They probably automatically get unequipped when I remove them from my team. So I'm gonna remove this unit permanently. Remove Fox? Yes. So, you're sure about that? I thought we were friends. And they always like guilt trip you, being like, you're really about to kick me out of your team right now? But yes. Literally the only reason that I'm getting rid of these characters, who are totally fine, like they do well in my party, like they're not bad units. Literally the only reason I'm getting rid of them is because I didn't get to pick their names. So I want characters with silly names in my party. Are you serious? You mean you don't need my help anymore? Nope, see ya. I'm gonna remove Venus. I might actually want to hold on to 1 or 2 of these units. Nah, let's be reckless and hasty. I don't want to go. Let me stay a little longer, please. Oh, I genuinely felt bad about that. If that's what you want, but are you sure? Yeah, see ya. Alright, I got rid of all of my units. Isn't that great? Let's go to the soldier office. And I'm gonna recruit a female fighter. How about this soldier? She's got terrible stats. I'm not gonna add her to my party. I'm gonna keep re-rolling until, holy shit, until her brave and faith are acceptable. 40-40 is super bad. Brave 40, Faith 40 is a really bad roll. So let's just keep re-rolling until I get like 69, 69 or something like that. Those were pretty good stats. I'm literally just re-rolling until Brave and Faith are high. And they're not. 62, 68 was pretty good, but I want at least 169 in there. 67, 69. All right, we're taking it. Those are good stats. I'm gonna add this party member to my party, and what should I name her? All right, I believe this soldier's name is Holly. That sucks. More like Nolly, dog. No, that was a dumb joke. Don't press 1 for that. What's going on, Paul? Aladdin killed a bunch of poor people, or do you mean his victims are like... No, I mean they were thieves because they were poor, just like Aladdin. They had to gotta steal to eat, gotta eat to live. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so obviously this character's name is going to be something great. I'm gonna name this character NBA Jam. No, because I'm totally gonna name one Charles Barkley. That'd be too many NBA references. That'd be too many basketball things. This character is certainly gonna be named Taco Bell. That's like the opposite of basketball. Fast food. The opposite of basketball is fast food. You heard it here, folks. Alright, this character's name is Taco Bell. Is Taco Bell okay? Yeah, it is. It is okay. That's 14,000 gil. 1,400, excuse me. Okay, and I have enough money to recruit 2 more soldiers, so let's do a dude. Faith 69, but such low brave. Alright, fine, let's do it. I'm gonna hire him. Add this soldier to your party? I will. Alright, I believe this soldier's name is Curtis. He has low brave but high faith, so obviously this guy is gonna be a mage type character. And we are going to name him something like... Don't they leave if their faith is too high? Yes, they do. There are ways to boost a character's brave and faith level, or manipulate them, I mean. You can boost them or lower them. And if a character has like under 10 brave or something, or over 94 faith, they'll leave your party, either because they're too scared, or they're too like holier than thou, pious and almighty. Actually, there are some items you can get if you still have those characters. What are you talking about? You're thinking of the soldiers that join you at the beginning of Chapter 2, and only in the PSP version if you're thinking about what I think you're thinking about. I didn't know that, so maybe, yeah. Maybe that's what you're talking about. 2? Thanks, Mega Harv. Are you talking about that super rare perfume or whatever you get on Agrios' birthday? Hashtag not sponsored. By 2s? Mega Harv, you're not sponsored? Oh, by Taco Bell. Yes, I'm not sponsored. Okay, so this guy is going to be named, something weird. I know, in honor of the new Tetris game that came out, I'm going to name him Tetris 99. Wait, can I put numbers? Yes, I can. Alright, Tetris 99. Has anyone played that, by the way? I know a couple of you did. We were talking about it last stream. I still haven't played Tetris 99. But that's going to be this guy's name. Is Tetris 99 okay? Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's 1,500 gil. Alright, let's do it. And one more male fighter. Let's give him a high brave. That's pretty good, but let's give him like bitchin' stats here. 60-55, not quite. Terrible. 70-65. What a roll. Holy shit, yes. And this guy will be named Charles Barkley, if it can fit. You can fit... They give you a lot of characters for these names. Uh-oh, it's looking close. I don't think it's gonna fit. Charles Barkle. You know what, though? Maybe if I don't put a space between the two names. Charles Barkley. Hall of Fame NBA player. And one of the best sports analysts in the game. 99 play Tetris, only one shall win. That's what it's like, Paul. It's a battle royale. Alright, I'm adding Charles Barkley to my team here. Ask name again? Alright, that's good. Fine, we have a deal. Okay, so let's leave the store. And I'm going to open up my menu, hit formation, and I'm going to equip all of my characters. I think... Do I have any swords? Yeah, she can use a sword here. And a mithril knife. Okay, so before I do anything, actually before I equip this guy, I'm gonna change his job into a chemist. And the way the job system works is, I can't become a knight or an archer until I get to a certain job level as a squire. Alternatively, I can't get to any of the mage classes until I get to a certain job level as a chemist. So I'm going to turn this guy into a chemist, raise his job level by having him do stuff in battle, and then he will get the option to become, you know, either a priest or a wizard. Alright, and do I have... Okay, I don't have anything that I can, like, give these guys to equip. That's fine. She gets a sword. Okay, so here's what I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to go to the Ability tab and try to learn some new abilities. For example, King Hippo has 219 job points to spend. And I think that means, yes, one of the most useful abilities that you can learn, like right off at the beginning of the game, is either gained JP up, which increases the amount of job points that you learn as you fight shit, or I can learn Move +1. Actually, I think I'm going to give him gained JP up, because that will make his growth so much quicker. And then I'll set his other ability to item. Let me explain that in a second. Okay, so in battle, since King Hippo is a squire, he always has the Guts ability. That's his unique class of abilities that only King Hippo learns. And it's mandatory when he is the squire. So basically anytime I use the action command in battle, King Hippo will be able to attack, guts, or item, since I put the item ability there. I don't know if he can actually use any items, though. Okay, so I'm gonna learn the potion ability, and now whenever I select the item command, I'll have the option to use a potion. Or a Phoenix Down. Yeah, let's learn that one too. That's kind of useful. So I'm gonna have this lady learn some abilities too. I don't want to waste my job points on anything but maybe throw stone. I don't know. I'm gonna have her learn how to use potions and Phoenix Downs as well. Okay, so yeah, these characters start with like basically 0 abilities. Potion, Phoenix Down. I'm gonna have this guy learn throw stone, I think. And then I'm gonna set his abilities to item and basic skill. So now he can use items and throw stones in battle. And then I'm gonna have Charles Barkley learn... I'm gonna probably have him learn gain to JP up first thing. Move, find item. Alright, everyone can use potions, that's fine. This guy will be able to learn antidote, sure. Okay, so my soldiers all have terrible abilities. I'm gonna have Dahlia learn some stuff too. Well, maybe not. Okay. So yeah, I outfitted my soldiers with items and abilities and shit. I'm gonna save my game, and then I'm gonna do probably one more battle. Kaboom! Great save. Okay, so our next destination, as you could tell by the red glowing dot, is Egros Castle. But before we get there, we have to go through Mandalia Plains. Oh, and even before we leave the town, there's a cutscene that's about to happen right now. I'm intrigued by Tetris 99. Megaharv, it might be free. Is Tetris 99 free to play? I'm impressed that fit. Yeah, they give you so many characters to name your characters. They give you so many letters. Having attained the highest rank of Heavenly Knight, brave Balbanes was facing his last days. I don't know who Balbanes is. It's probably gonna get introduced real quick. Are you getting a math wizard in this game? Ah, yes, a calculator. The end of the 50-year war. The Beowulf residence. Yeah, I'll talk about that when I get there, but yes, I will be getting a calculator at one point in my party because it's like such a busted class. How goes the battle? Through swift action, we were able to recover Limberry. Zalbag is that guy's name. What a Zalbag. It's only a matter of time before the Ordalia army leaves Zeltenia. Don't worry. Man, there's so many names of people and places and kingdoms and towns that you need to know, Lord Dicedarg. The secret messenger sent to Count Lenario has returned. Count Lenario has agreed to your plan. Good, then at last. this long war would finally come to an end. Father! Don't cry, my daughter. This is King Hippo's family, by the way. Where's King Hippo? Just when we need him most? Dice Dark, Zalbag, my beloved sons. It's pronounced Beolva sons. Thank you. Take care of King Hippo. He may be your half-brother, but he is my own flesh. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Father! Lower your voice. Father, I'm glad you came. Let me look at you. Father, it has been a long time. You've become a fine man. Ah, thanks, Dad. You started the academy in spring, don't you? By the way, this obviously is a flashback to way before that beginning battle where Agrias and Gefgarion killed all those soldiers and the princess was kidnapped. This is a flashback to even before that battle that we just did with all of the thieves that we just slaughtered. I think this is before that. Or maybe it's directly after it. That would make more sense too, wouldn't it? That would also make sense. Listen, King Hippo, Beolv has served the royal family for generations. The warrior spirit is in us. Never shame your name. Never tolerate injustice. Living true to your heart is the warrior's way, the Beolv way. But I think this cutscene might have been before that battle we did. I'm not sure. I gotta head to work later. All right, thanks for showing up, Harv. Appreciate it. I like to gain JP first thing for everyone. Yeah, it makes sense. It's a good choice. Flashbackception. Living true to your heart is the warrior's way, the Beolv way. I get it. Delita's a good boy. He should serve you well. I think it's Delita. Has anyone ever heard him say his own name? I've asked the dean to accept him into the academy. It shocked the dean a bit. Oh, because, by the way, Delita doesn't come from a noble family. He's a poor boy who just so happens to be King Hippo's friend. I think. He will serve you well. Treat him well. Yes, father. Take good care of Alma. Become a fine knight, King Hippo. I think Alma is his sister who's standing right there, right? That's her name? The sun went down. Did you see that? The light stopped shining through the curtains. Now loading. Oh no, my dad. I just saw my dad die. Well, might as well save the game. Because I like to save after everything that happens. It is January 1st. Happy New Year, everybody. Let's go to the Dahlia Plains. Oh shit! A cutscene or something. This is a scripted battle. You could tell by the way the screen plunged in and out like that. Let's do this. There we go, that's my entire team. I don't have enough money to recruit any more soldiers, so it's just us 4 for now. And probably Delita is in this battle as well. What's King Hippo's birthday? Guess. Guess it, KJY. Guess what it is. Dahlia Plains. What's up, Rogue Effect? I see you. I see you harding this game. I didn't see you come in there. Yeah, neither did I. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot about this. Still breathing? What'll we do? That's what Young Sung says in Soul Calibur 2, I think. Don't be stupid. We just need to get the marquee. Right. Hey, don't blame us. Blame fate. Or God. What? Damn, the Hokuten Knights. They stomped so loudly. How did we not hear them coming before? Death Corps? They attacking someone? Our duty is to destroy the Death Corps. Saving him is our priority. Now, I think depending on what option you choose here, King Hippo's stats are affected. Like, his Brave and Faith are affected. And I think if you do this, it gives you, like, a positive boost to your Brave. But also, it makes it so that if that guy who was hunched over dies, we lose the battle. Which can be tricky, because sometimes he just does a dumb thing and runs straight at the enemy. But I'm going to try it anyway. I just saved the game, so it's not a big deal. Don't disgrace the knights. Saving him comes first. He's probably a cancer. No, I see. I actually, you know what? I didn't think of that. I made his birthday 6/9. I made it June 9th. How would I have made him a Cancer, though? Is that like a November thing? I don't even know. Bah. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, we have to save this guy. Reinforcements, thank God. But he starts right next to two enemies that will, like, whoop him. Or I'll just whoop him up. So if he doesn't... Yeah, and he can't really move there. Oh, Bannon leveled up. Yeah, by the way, the enemies can level up in the middle of battle, too. Bah, for 8. Okay, they're not hitting him that hard. But also because this mysterious character is not in critical condition, he's going to run at the enemy instead of away from him. Oh shit, I just got stone throwed. I accidentally messed up and told Harv to pick 2 in his playthrough. I felt so bad. What do you mean pick 2? The other option? I don't think it's a big... It literally, it just does not matter at all. Like, it affects your Brave and Faith, but also you can alter those later in the game. By doing certain abilities. Alright, I'm gonna have King Hippo wait. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of people start moving toward this other character who, by the way, is named Algus. I'm having a hard time with commentary today. I'm just stumbling all over my words. I'm gonna have this guy move up. Oh, I forgot the chemist moves so slowly. Yeah, he has like 3 move as opposed to 4. Yeah, his move and jump are 3 and 3. So this guy's slow as hell. You get plus 10 brave, plus 2 permanent. I see. For option 1, that is. Which one was option 1? Was that the one I chose? Or was that for kill the death core? I don't even remember anymore. Algus, job level up. That's real bad. I might straight up lose right here. He just ran up and got crit like an idiot. But I can walk up and potion him. Actually, wait. What happens if I do guts? It gives him 20 HP, and I lose like 5. Yeah, sure. I'll just show you what that looks like. Of course, I might need to give him 30 HP. Look how cool that was! I just wished at him. Okay, and I lost 10 HP there. But I'm gonna, like, sort of maybe surround this guy. No, I can't quite get to him. Does anyone have throw stone? I think it's just my chemist. Alright, I'm gonna have Charles Barkley run right up and slap this guy. With a sword. Sword slap! And can I give him a potion as well? Yeah, I can. Oh, it actually doesn't get to him. That's fine. I'll hit King Hippo with the potion. Wait, so what happens if I try to hit him with the potion? Does King Hippo intercept it? Yep, he does. I thought I had the angle on him there, or I could heal Algus. But that's fine. I healed King Hippo. Bam! 24 damage. Oh, we crit him. Good hit. There are a lot of enemies here, by the way. So we're, like, greatly outnumbered. And that's what kind of sucks about getting rid of your entire party and recruiting new dudes, like, first thing. But at least I have potions. Algus, stop dying. Stop getting hit by people. I think you picked 2. Oh, well, that's fine. Keep that in mind when you get guns. What, the angle part? Yeah, no, I know. I understand. Yeah, a lot of ranged attacks, if you don't have like a clear line of sight to your target, you'll end up hitting something else. Okay, I do need to keep this guy alive, so I'm gonna potion him here. Of course, if I had waited, maybe he would have run away instead of walked right up to the enemy. Bah! Okay, let's start killing some dudes here. Okay, he's gonna retreat a little bit. That makes the battle a little bit easier for me here. That was pro! I just dodged. I just dodged an 18 damage hit. That's awesome. And then maybe I can kill this dude straight up. Good. Good, that's one down. So I might actually wait for that enemy to see if he turns into a crystal. Because if he does... If he does, I could learn an ability from that Squire. Okay, I'm gonna have this guy run away for now. Because his HP is, like, sorta getting low. But I'm gonna have my chemist hit him with a potion for 30 HP. And now I'm down to my last potion, so I should be careful. I should also mention, by the way, that anytime one of your characters gains JP in a certain class, anyone in that battle will witness that character doing his job, and they'll gain part of the HP. For example, I think... So Tetris 99 just earned 10 JP as a chemist in this battle. That means that everyone else in this battle will earn 16% of that JP growth in the chemist class. So they just earned 1.6 JP from watching him throw a potion. It's not much, but it eventually adds up. And because I have so many squires in the battle, I'll earn a lot of squire JP for all of my characters. Get dashed. Bam! Yo, he hit him for 20, and he pushed him back a square. You can push enemies back a square by either critical hitting them, or by dashing them. I think dash has like a much greater chance of pushing an enemy back a square. And sometimes if you knock an enemy off of a building, for example, they'll take extra fall damage. Oh shit, I'm about to get scratched. 4? Damn, what a beast! Rogue Effect, I can't tell what that is. Yo, what's going on, El Jefe? Thanks for showing up. And yes, I decided to play this game because I watched your stream. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this dog has the ability to counterattack. Yeah, he can counter me for sure. But also, he doesn't hit that hard. Alright, he didn't counter. Yeah, I think the counterattack ability gives you like a 75% chance to counterattack. It might be more or less or something. But he happened to not counter there. Oh, I can straight up kill this guy here, can't I? With my mithril dagger. Whacked. Get destroyed, noob. Okay, and then Algus is gonna run in. So, if I want to earn crystals from these enemies, I have to wait for their corpses to disappear. Which means I have to keep the battle going long enough that they have time to do that. But there's a chance that Algus and Dahlia will straight up kill the last enemies. So I think what I want to do... I might even want to forget about it and just say, like, hey, don't even worry about it. But if I put them both in critical condition, they'll start to run away from the enemies. And they won't interfere with my plans. So first I might just straight up kill Dahlia here. Because he can't die. He's too important to the plot. I'm gonna kill this enemy though. 16. Get wrecked. So I want to kill Dahlia and then injure Algus so that he runs away. But not injure him too hard that he dies, because that will end the battle. And I definitely don't want to accidentally critical hit one of them. So I know this all sounds very convoluted and like a stupid idea, but I'm doing it. Because I want those bodies to turn into crystals so I can absorb their power. And Algus might go up and kill this guy. Which would leave one enemy left. I think, right? Alright, I'm gonna have King Hippo just like move over here and dick around to earn some random JP. And you will see me occasionally hit my own units just to get experience in JP. That's the last guy left, huh? I'm gonna try to block Algus. Okay, yeah, Dahlia has 1 HP left, so he's gonna run away. And that guy... Oh, he's moving closer? What the fuck? I didn't expect that. I thought that guy was just gonna run into the corner. Alright, so maybe I won't be able to do the thing I wanted to do. That guy has 15 HP. I think this will kill him. Yeah, I don't want to do that then. Alright, so my plan might not work. It just might not work. Because I think Algus is going to walk up and kill this guy and end the battle. Yeah, alright. Okay, so I didn't get to absorb any crystals. That's fine. Are you okay? Your guys stabbed me a bunch. I don't know what that was about. Barely. But the Marquis. Marquis? You mean Marquis Elmdor? Yeah, who are you? We're military cadets. I think we can help. Tell us more. Oh shit. There was a plot to kidnap the Marquis? And we stumbled upon it. Congratulations. This battle is complete. Here's some money. Not quite enough money to recruit new soldiers, but that's fine. A gem or jewel? Oh, I see it now. Yeah, it's clearly a diamond. Waiting for crystals isn't a very efficient use of time anyway. I mean, it is though, because you get to learn abilities for free. I'm Algus of the Limberry Aegis Knights. A knight? I mean, a cadet, like you all. It's like y'all, thank you. I'm King Hippo Beowulf. This is Dahlia, a good friend. He doesn't have a last name. Can you give him one? Beowulf of the Hoku-Ten? Excellent, how lucky I am. What? What are you doing right now? I beg you, please help me save the Marquis. What are you talking about? The Marquis is still alive. They've kidnapped him. He will be killed if we don't act fast. I don't know what I would do if... By the way, I think later you end up meeting the Marquis, and he's like a total badass that is like virtually unkillable. Like he's one of the most powerful people in the fucking world. But he just gets kidnapped by like a group of level 3 soldiers? Spoilers. If what? If what? So please, help me please. Relax, Parappa. We don't know for sure if he'll be killed. There must be some reason for the Death Corps to take him. They might have made some demands. Besides, there's nothing we can do. The Marquis was kidnapped, and I'm sure by now everyone at Egros Castle is up in arms. First, we should go to Egros and report. Alright, that seems like an okay plan. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, let's call for some reinforcements, why don't we? Yolent. I have a save file with 16 characters at 99 with 97 brave and my magic users with 94 faith and Malak with 3 faith? Haha, I didn't get it waiting for crystals. I mean, true, but like also, I just want to show off how that works. I just want to show off how that mechanic works. Anyway, let's look at my formation. We got some job points, so maybe we can learn some stuff. I can have King Hippo learn Throw Stone, which is helpful. And he can start learning knight abilities. I can change him into a knight, but I think I'm gonna keep him at a squire for just a little bit longer so that he can learn move +1. So can Taco Bell learn anything? Yes, she can. Gain JP up. Let's do it. She can learn defend, which is not useful, so I'm skipping it. But hey, let's do this. Alright. 161 JP. I want them to learn move +1 and gain JP up, like first thing. So that's why I'm not learning any other abilities. Also, those other abilities, they're not that great. This guy can learn defend. I'm letting him learn defend because, like, this is a guest character who will not be in my party forever. Ooh, also, you bet I'm removing this guy's stuff. I'm gonna take his battle boots. I'm gonna give him like a regular knife, I think. But I took his battle boots because those are great items, and I'm gonna give those battle boots to my chemist because what they do is they increase your movement by 1. So now his move is 4 instead of a pathetic 3. Then I'm gonna go back to Garland Magic City. And I do want to recruit a soldier as soon as I can, but I'm low on potions, so I'm gonna get 10 of them. Now I have 13. Anyway, I think I'm gonna save my game and end the episode here, and pick it up probably later tonight. But I have to go eat and then hang out with Ms. Mumble Zero Mumbles later. So I'm going to end it here. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching my premiere, my first episode of Final Fantasy Tactics. Until next time, this is KarmaJolt signing off. Tell your friends I'm great, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks so much for showing up.